Beautiful Arizona day. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. Alright, let's see. We got this car that showed up. A sunrise. Got ourselves the Hanata something or other. Ooh, nice. Alright, it's time to go work on the other car. Alright, that's right. It needs wheels, fuel pump, air filter, oil filter, and front brake pads. So let's start by getting these tires off. Come on. Beautiful. I love that WD-40. GW04, whatever it is. Alright, now let's get these off. Get these pads out of the way here. Perfect. Let's walk around to the next one. Let's do this tire now. Give it a good spray. Now we're going to get the caliper. Alright, let's get the pad out of here. Alright, get this rear tire off. Get the car up on the left. All the way up. Spray. Perfect. Alright, now let's put the car up first. Because it's a long list of things that it needs. The customer is always right in some orders. Alright, let's straighten that. Let's go change some tires. We should have opted to get better wheels, or like better conditioned wheels, but his car, his choice. We'll just change them all for him. And alright, oil's been drained. Let's put this back. Let's get that oil filter. Where's that oil filter? Right there. Now, luckily, the customer dropped off parts. Well, I thought he did. I guess he didn't. Alright, now we're gonna pick up the fuel pump. Alright, now I'm pretty sure he dropped off one of these. Let's take a little gander. Yeah, he did. Perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna have to call a customer and see if he's dropping off another oil filter, or do I have to pick one up? Alright, customer just left. Dropped off an oil filter. Said his wife had doctors, so he's going to get her. I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. I'm trying to get up here. Not all the way to the back. So while we're here, let's put the oil filter on. Perfect. Got the fuel filter done, the oil filter done. I guess we can set this back down. Finish doing the wheels. Beautiful. I guess we're going to take those cars to the test track right there, since I don't have a test path opened up yet. The alignment rack, do not have it yet. I know he dropped these off. Alright, let's see. We also need to change the air filter. Put the new air filter on. I know we have one of them. Remember him dropping it off. Alright, the oil is ready to be changed. what was the work order on this car? It was change brake fluid, change power steering fluid, and refill windshield washer fluid. Okay. So let's drain the fluid out that we need to. Gotta be environmentally friendly here. EPA might not like it too much. We just dump it on the ground. Good, good. Alright. Now I think we're gonna fill everything up. So the only thing we have to do is put the tires on and the brake pads. We dropped those off too, so says he forgot them in his truck. Now we have them, so that's good. Clean that up, perfect. Now refill the power steering fluid. Looks like he needs a new reservoir on here soon. Good. And he said he also wants some. Ooh, that is kind of low. I know if it was one of them modern cars, it'd be dinging on the dash, letting you know, hey man, you're low on coolant. Or windshield washer fluid. Alright. Guessing now we can close this back down. Put this, because I'm pretty sure now the work order job should be basically done. Brake pads and tires, everything else is done. Okay. So actually we can just leave the car right where it is. Still leave it on the balancer, put some weights on it. There we go, beautiful. Let me do another one. Let's rebalance these ones. Perfect. Alright, last tire that we put together. Good. Get these ones all balanced up. I believe that would be all of them. Yes, it is. Good. I'm going to start the rear here. Put these tires on. Let's jump on over to this side. Good. Let's come do this one. Ah yes, brake pads first. Yeah, the old ones are looking kind of crummy. It's going to need new calipers here pretty soon, new rotors. Alright, last one. I'll get a hold of him and I put the tire on. Perfect, and I think what we're going to do is set this one outside until he comes and gets it, and we'll bring the next one in. Alright, let's look at the work order for this one. Brake system needs fixing. Doesn't know what it is. Okay, so I think what we're going to have to do is take this to the test path, or test track, and give it a whirl around there. Alright, let's see how well we can do. Alright, now that we're back at the shop, let's see what the work order says now. Alright, when we plugged in our tool, going around the test track there, it said that we needed 2 calipers, 2 pads, and a part that's not discovered yet. But if I had to look, I had to guess, it would most definitely say it would probably be this, if I had to guess. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to order up 2 calipers, 2 pads. As you can see, this is how we do it. We got 2 pads, 2 calipers. Always get the cylinders to match new calipers. We need 2 pads. And we click out of there, go back to the home page. We come over here to electronics. We're going to pick ourselves up a ABS module. Perfect. Now we just got to wait for them to show up. And in the process, what we can do is put this car up on the lift. Because it's nothing really extravagant there, I don't think we have to do. I don't think we really need to good. I think it's front pads too. Huh. Alright, well that's going to make the job a lot easier. And the front brake, it's a half a brake job. Now I've requested that he get a full brake job, but he said no, he doesn't want to enhance in there just a bit, so I'm pretty sure that would be it. Okay, so let's hop up under here. Let's get this ABS module out of the way. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go wait out front there, and hopefully the parts show up soon. Alrighty, the delivery guy just dropped off the parts. It's time to head back in. Alright. Let's go ahead and start taking this all apart now. Basically, the passenger side caliper. And the brake pad. The rotor's not looking too bad. Wish I had my brake lathe up and running. I'd clean the rotors up for him. This side actually looks not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's look at the work order again. Let's start installing new parts. Good. Alright, we've got 1 brake pad, 1 brake caliper done. Good. And we're going to put the 75% tire back on this side. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to run over here to this side. Let's put this brake pad on. Good. Put the caliper on in place of it. Alright, now, are we done? Almost. I just need the ABS module to be put back on. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, I think we're basically done with this one. Yes, we are. Close this down, and now what we're going to do is bring this one outside, bring in the next one, and just before my parts showed up, I was on the horn with this customer and the next one, and they should both be here momentarily. So hopefully these ones are gone and we have space to put more customers here. Ready, right? I'll see you when the next one's in. Those 2 customers came, picked up their car. Well, their cars, And now we got this one, the Hanata MK Moon. The Moon! Alright, what's the work order on this one? Again, brake performance. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do the same thing with this. I guess we're going to bring it to the test path, or test track, and we'll see exactly what's wrong with the brakes on it. So we'll see you at the test track. Here we are at the test track here. Let's drive around and see what we can find. The high revving of the motor. That's not bad. Power up to 55. Brakes seem to be working, but they do need to be changed. They're a little bit sloppy. Not bad. Not bad. Alright. And we will see you when we get back to the shop. Alrighty. Here we are back at the shop. And before, or just after we got back, I took a look at the stats set on it. And it said that it needed a brake caliper, brake disc ventilated, and a part not discovered. Well, as I dig deeper under here, I'm happily to tell you that I think we found what that missing part was. So let's just take this off. Now I've already got the parts for this car, so I'm not really too worried about it. And again, that's inaccurate. So maybe it's this piece. Alright, we need the ABS pump. Okay. Let's see, we're going to have to order that. And alright, and hopefully when we're done taking everything off, it shows up. I can still put the rest of the parts on in the meantime. So that we did get. Ooh, it's looking pretty nasty. Now, it was this caliper that was shot. So we'll change this out. And we can put this tire on. Which we're going to put the better one up here at the rear. Supposedly it's the front disc on the front up here. Spray with the handy dandy good stuff. I'm going to take these pads off. They're very good. Now I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the new rotor on. Not a new brake pad, but pretty fairly decent. And I guess we're going to put a 61% cylinder on. Good. Good, good. Now let's check our little inventory list there and see what we have completed, if we've completed anything. Okay, so far we've done the brake disc, or the brake disc ventilated, and the brake caliper. Now, the other, according to what the reading was showing, is that it wasn't really grabbing all that well on this side because the rotor was making a god-awful squeal. I don't know if you guys caught that in the earlier part of the video, but damn, it didn't sound right. So, but looking at it, I can understand why. There's not much meat left on the bone. So we're going to take this rotor off, change it with the new one. Perfect. And we're going to put the caliper on. Come on. There we go. Good, good. Now let's put the tire back on. And then the ABS pump and module, I can just put that on outside. That's no big deal. So, I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to swap this with tomorrow's work. I think that's what we're going to do. So, I'll get back to you when we have them all swapped around. Alrighty, here we are back at the shop here. And as I was moving the vehicles around, the delivery guy showed up with the ABS pump. So let's throw that into place. Good, good. Let's put the module in place, which should be replaced, but alright, we are done. Alright, now I can let the customer know and tell them to come get it. Alright, and the last one we're doing for today is going to be this one. And what the work order is on this one is just change power steering fluid, drain old and fill it with new. So I figured I'd save the easy one for last. So let's come on over here, bring with our handy dandy suction tool so we can clean all this out, all that old gucky crap. And then let's put in some new stuff. Maybe I should go back to this mode. There we go. Alright, what's the level at? I want to use a little bit more gug. There. No, even still, a little bit more than that. Holy crap, this thing is thirsty. There. Now we're good. Alright. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And tell me in the comments, tell me what you think. Yeah, it's still a Car Mechanic Simulator video, but we're trying something a little bit different here. I started off in, as I always do in a new shop. We started off with only $3,000, and we're slowly building up our income. I'm trying to do a little bit of RPing here. I'm trying a little bit different than what I did before. So let me know in the comments. Tell me what you all think, and we will catch you on the next episode.